Can you share with our listeners a little bit
Yeah.
about what World Wish Day is
Yeah.
and this message behind it, which is don't wait for hope, create it?
Got it. There's a lot to unpack. So first of all, April 29th, 1980 was the day of the first wish. It was here in Phoenix, where I'm talking to you from, where we're headquartered. And a young boy named Chris Grecius was a leukemia patient. And he and his mother lived in an apartment complex here in Phoenix next door to an older couple. And she was a single mother, and so the older couple started to kind of adopt Linda and her son, Chris. And over the course of a few years, Chris then took ill. And by the way, the leukemia that he suffered was 20% survivable in 1980. And today it's 94% survivable. So that's just a hats off to the amazing progress in medicine. So as it would turn out, Chris started to take ill. They discovered that he was not going to live a lot longer. And the next door neighbor, well, he's a state trooper. And so what he decided to do was to work with Linda to create an opportunity for Chris to become a state trooper. And they created this wonderful, they made a big uniform, they got him out, and actually took him out in a helicopter with the state trooper. And I might say they asked for forgiveness, not permission, because they just did it.
Right.
And Chris sadly passed soon thereafter, but it was basically the first wish. Story ends there. That's what's so beautiful about this. They just did it for Linda and Chris. And many, many months later, Abe, in Phoenix, Arizona, there's a thing called Department of Public Services. It's where the state troopers and the firefighters both work at the same place. So months later, this child named Bopsy Salazar, a young boy, was desirous of riding a fire engine, and he wanted to go to Disneyland. And so the same group of people got together and said, we can do this. And so Bopsy's wish later that year was in Anaheim, California at Disneyland, and he rode the fire truck down Main Street, 2 for 1. And that we call the first official wish. And here we are 502,000 wishes later across the world in 40 countries where Make-A-Wish is. So World Wish Day celebrates Chris's first wish, April 29th of every year. Now let me get to the rest of your question. So last year at this time, we were preparing for our World Wish Day 40th anniversary, big anniversary. And I alone had a number of media outlets that we were going to be speaking to and going on TV, going on radio, and really launching the 40th anniversary. And then COVID-19 hijacked the whole thing. But a number of the outlets still kept us on their docket. And so on April 29th of last year, I did a number of media discussions. And I found myself with a whole new sense of placing us in the context of an essential environment. You know, the word essential, it came up a lot last year when we started talking about essential frontline workers and what's essential in life. And so I found myself saying in these interviews here in April, so it was early stage, I said, look, we know we are not solving food insecurity. We're not right now, that's not our role. We also know we're not creating jobs for the numbers of people who've lost their jobs in the last few weeks. But what we just realized is that what the world needs as much as anything right now is hope. And that's what we are. We are hope. And so hope is essential came from that moment. And we have not only believed it to be true, but I think a lot of people have, because it's a thing that makes us all get through each day. And then as we thought about pivoting and getting into the new world, we just embraced it like a big hug, reimagined it, and started moving forward. So as we get into our 41st celebration coming up this year, we wanted to talk about don't wait for hope, because it's everywhere. Create it. And there's no better place to create hope than Make-A-Wish. And if you say, well, what does hope look like? Well, you already know this, you guys, but just meet a wish kid, and that's hope. You talk about a return on investment. To provide a sense of hope in the hearts and minds of a child, then their siblings and their parents and their caregivers and their community and everyone who gets to be a part of it, no one knows better than you that it's changing lives well more than just one child at a time. So don't wait for hope. Create it is this year's version of Hope is Essential. And either way, please go out and talk it up and speak to people who want to understand how their life can intersect with Make-A-Wish. And this will make their life stand for something much greater than even they know. And once they get caught in the net, they're never leaving because this place is very special.